Welcome back as always, guys. Alright, so mentioned in previous videos talking about medical stuff, and everybody likes to talk about and do videos on trauma kits, IFAKs, bleeder kits, etc. But it's all oriented and focused around, from what I've seen, traumatic injuries, gunshot wounds, stab wounds, really bad cuts, lacerations, and similar, which is great. It's really important that you have that kind of kit. But what everybody seems to gloss over and ignore, and this is what I've mentioned before, is having a first aid kit. And to me, a first aid kit is completely different than a trauma kit, an IFAK, bleeder pouch, whatever. In my experience, and those of folks I've talked to, you're probably 100 times more likely to need first aid kit over the trauma kit. But nobody has it. First aid kit is going to be something to handle simple cuts, scrapes, bug bites, burns, upset stomach, headache, allergic reaction, all those kind of things that are far, far more likely to happen to you. But nobody's got it. Or if they do, nobody talks about it. So I alluded in a previous video about putting together that kind of kit on your own and keeping it with you. But what I wanted to show today is a way to kind of get all that up front if you don't want to do your own. And that is with this kit from mymedic.com. This is their solo first aid kit. Now, I'll put a link to this in the description box. And I'm going to show you what all comes with the kit. First off, you get this pouch. Now, it does have some molly straps on the back and a little grab handle. For me personally, I like it because of the grab handle. This probably isn't something I'm going to molly onto my pack. I'll put this inside the pack, but I just want to be able to grab it and pull it out as one unit if I need something. So you've got an elastic mesh pouch on the front. You've got a little Velcro tab up front, the handle. And let me just, colors, you can get this in red, black, green, orange, coyote, and super duper red. This is the green one. When you open it up, you're going to have a pocket here, a pocket here, and then some elastic bands on the front. That's it. Nice, simple, easy to organize, etc. There's two different versions of this solo kit. The first one is just a standard kit, and the second one is the Pro version. The Pro version comes with some extra things that the standard one doesn't come with, and we'll get into that. But the standard kit, you're going to get a pair of small EMT shears. Good idea. Should always have those. A pair of tweezers, and these are actually decent tweezers. I've played with them a little bit. An emergency whistle. Depending on your situation, that might be really important, might not, but it's there. You get, I think this is 10 feet of bright red paracord. A lot of things you can use this for. It's never a bad idea to have paracord regardless of the color or whatever. And if it comes with some, all the better. Then you get standard kit. You get a little bottle of what they call a super wash. It's basically just like a saline solution. You can use it to disinfect a wound. You can use it if you get something in your eye. I really like that for this because it's got the little flip up squirty thing on there, and you can squirt it, flush your eye out, get dirt, foreign object, whatever out of your eye. Good, handy, simple thing to have that not everybody thinks about. And with this bottle, if you can get saline solution in larger quantities, you can refill it if you need to. So then other side of the pouch, which again, you can actually buy this pouch by itself too if you want to put together your own kit and use this pouch to do, which I'm probably going to do a combination. I'm going to get a couple more of these and I'm going to add to what this comes with, and I'll get into that too. So, but if you just want to do it all on your own, you can get that pouch, and I think this is probably one of the better pouches I've seen as far as having a little bit of organization and capability, but not like 1,500 different little odd size shaped pockets that you can't ever fit into what you're needing to fit into it. That's why I like this one. You got the mesh on the outside, big one there, a little bit of elastic. I can put things in as I need to. You get some gloves, never a problem there. Then we get into the stuff that I think you really need to have. And one of the first things is Bandage Pack. All right. Now this is a resealable Ziploc type bag. So when you open up, take something out, you can still seal it back up. Good idea. But in this one you get 4 1-inch by 3-inch bandages, 2 2-inch by 4-inch bandages, 2 fingertip bandages, 2 knuckle bandages, and 2 knee and elbow bandages. I'm going to add more of these to mine because this is the key thing that I want this kit for, is Band-Aids for cuts and scrapes on knuckles, fingers, hand, arm, elbows. Highly, highly likely to happen if you're out doing any of the kind of things that we talk about on here. Even just in daily life, you get cut, nick, scrape. Band-Aids. Alright, then you get super strips. Basically what these are is adhesive wound closure strips. Think of like butterflies, only better than butterflies, right? You get some of those. If you get a cut that is not an emergency situation, but it definitely is big enough that a Band-Aid ain't going to quite cut it, there's your ticket right there. Simple and easy. Then you're getting a little baggie here that has some sting relief pads in it, which is both a antiseptic. It's got alcohol and lidocaine in it, so it'll sterilize it and numb insect bites or anything else that you need to numb up a little bit, externally of course. This is some super sanitizer for like cleaning a wound, cleaning your hands, whatever. Multiple uses there. Gonna add a bunch more of these. I love the little individual packet because it's just enough I can tear open and clean my hands with real quick if I need to. And they sell most of this stuff individually on their website too, so we'll touch that as well. Then they give you a couple of their super skins. Now these have really gotten my attention because they're like a flexible bandage, and there's 2 of them here, but it stretches in like 360 degrees different ways, right? I really like that feature. You can stick it on there, and then as your skin moves, it doesn't come off. You can actually use this for blisters and that sort of thing as well if you start getting hot spots. They sell these in bigger packages with bigger sizes. Again, something I'll probably be adding to this kit on my own just to make it a little more versatile and cover all those little things like that. Because from what I'm playing with this, I think that's going to do really good for blisters and such, as well as cuts and scrapes. Moving on to your next little Ziploc baggie. You've got some triple antibiotic ointment, little package. Definitely want to add more of these. Some lip balm. Definitely want to add more of those. You get some hydrocortisone cream. This sounded familiar, like we've talked about this before. Some burn gel. And some SPF 50 sunscreen. How many of you have thought about putting some little packs of this in a first aid kit, having you pack with you? If you haven't, then it tells me you probably haven't been outside in the sun much, doing much. Ask me how I know. So that's what's in this little package. And then in the next one, we've got the other thing that I've told y'all I'm big on. You get a couple of packs of, if I can hold these, ibuprofen, some acetaminophen, aka Tylenol, some diphenhydramine, aka Benadryl, and some medicine that's a doubled purpose. It's for upset stomach as well as diarrhea. So anything from nausea, indigestion, heartburn, diarrhea, etc., this will cover it. I would advise getting more of these. They sell these in individual packs. They're not expensive. Having lots of these in here could make a huge difference in your mental and physical state of mind in a bad situation. Now that's it for the standard kit. One point of note, the standard kit, it's my understanding, is supposed to come also with a small tube of liquid skin, which is very, very good stuff to have. Mine appears to be missing that. It's not in there, but I'm going to get with them and see about getting that. But that gives you a really good basis for a first aid kit. As I said, I would personally, and I'm going to add to this, I'm going to add some more Band-Aids, some more of the ointments and creams, and some more of the medicines. And I think you've got a really good setup there for a true first aid kit. Now, that kit with the pouch is $50. In my experience, having priced this stuff out, I think that's a pretty good deal for what you're getting. And the other stuff I'd want to add to it doesn't cost much when you're buying little individual things. If you step up to the Pro version, it's actually $100. So it's $50 more for the Pro version, but you get a couple of extra things. So in the Pro version, you get a nasopharyngeal airway that comes with some Dynalube. That comes in addition. You get a 4-channel vented chest seal. These I'll probably get some more of to add to my bleeder pouches because I like the size of their packaging on this. It fits just right in a bleeder pouch that somebody makes that I know. Subtle self-promotion. You also get a small 3-inch by 4-foot roll of quick clot gauze. You get one of the rapid tourniquets. And last but not least, this is something that in looking around their website I really wanted to try out. Well, let me rephrase that. I wanted to look at it. I really don't want to try it out, but I didn't want to look at it. This is their Micromin kit. Now, you can buy this standalone, which I can already tell you I'll be buying more of these myself to put in this kit, my Band-Aids and stuff. And what this is, it comes with 2 Micromin devices, 2 gauze pads, a disinfectant towelette, and instructions. Basically, it's so like your butterfly bandages, which these are told you the super strips, which are better than butterflies. This goes a step even further, and it's like sutures without actually having to suture the skin. So you put it over the cut, and when you pull the tab, it pulls the cut closed, and it's got a little metal reinforcement in there, and then you can put the gauze over it, wrap it up, and literally suture a wound without actually using sutures. And it's all in a little individual Ziploc baggie. From what I've seen, I think these are awesome for out in the field. It's always best to go get a wound sutured properly if it's bad enough that it needs it. But if you're out in the middle of the woods, middle of nowhere, or in a end of the world zombie apocalypse situation, this is going to be better than not having sutures at all, and it's going to be a lot less painful. So being able to close up a wound with this and then put some gauze and some tape over it to cover it up and protect it, keep it from getting infected, that could save your life. Like literally save your life and keep you from getting a bad infection and rotting tissue and all kind of other horrible things for it's cheap insurance. So I'm glad that I got that to check out. Like I said, that's part of the Pro Kit, but you can buy them individually. So that's kind of the gist of this kit, guys. I wanted to show y'all to you because you got to have a first aid kit. Again, I think you're far more likely to need the Band-Aids and the ointment and the ibuprofen and, you know, wound closure than you actually are a full trauma kit. Doesn't mean you don't have a trauma kit. You still have to have that too, okay? Because when you need that, you really need it. But at the same time, when you need this, you could really need this as well. My Medic, I have actually been talking with them, and I've gotten very favorable impressions of the company. I like what they're doing. They have got a wide range of products on their website. Like I said, all of the individual stuff that I told you I mentioned, as well as they've got all the trauma stuff too. They've got the pressure bandages and gauze and chest seals and tourniquets. They got the whole 9 yards. So the fact that they didn't have a problem being affiliated with somebody like me and let me talk about and show off their stuff goes a long way with me. I like that in a company. You wouldn't believe how many companies don't want a channel like mine showing their stuff. Story for another video. MyMedic.com. I'll put a link to this kit down in the description box. Y'all go check it out. For 50 bucks, I think this is a really good starting point for a first aid kit that with just a little bit of extra added to it on your part. My recommendations, like more of the medications, more of the ointments, more Band-Aids, more of the Super Skin for blisters, and a couple more of the Micromin kits. And again, the stuff's all like, you know, $3, $4, $5, $6 for individual little packs. You could put together a really good, usable first aid kit. So check that out, guys. Thanks for tuning in as always. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything on here because I got my little list that I'm trying to read because starting to get older and the brain starts failing, and unfortunately they don't have anything in here for better cognitive function, but that's why we have this, right? Alright, y'all take care, stay safe, get you a first aid kit. I'll talk to you later.